Welcome, Shima girls, to Shima Says. Learn how to trim your own hair. Now, let's get right into it. The first thing I want to say is this: the quickest way to lose our hair in less than 5 seconds is not through a bad chemical application. It is not through a bad hair dye job, a bad curly perm job, a bad texturizer job, and even a bad jerry curl job for some of my old school Shima girls out there. It is not through improper hair combing. For example, raking your combs and brushes through your hair from roots to ends. It is not during hair wash day when, once again, a lot of us are still raking hair combs through our hair. And it is not through wearing tightly done hairstyles like ponytails, braids, cornrows, and even sewing weaves. The quickest way that we can lose our hair in less than 5 seconds is through this: a pair of scissors. These pair of scissors have caused endless amount of tears, endless amount of heartache, and endless amount of rage across this country and across the world in general. Whenever these pair of scissors, of course, these are not the ones that generally hairstylists use, but I'm just using it as an example. Okay, when these pair of scissors lands in the hands of a jealous and or inexperienced hairstylist, a friend or family member, okay, that is what happens. And this amount of heartache and tears and rage because they landed in the hands of a jealous and or inexperienced hairstylist, friend or family member. But today we shall focus on the jealous and or inexperienced hairstylist, because due to the fact that they are in a professional type of environment, example a hair salon, and they carry a license. In most cases they carry a license. We therefore put our trust and our hair and our hard-earned money in their hands. We tell them something like, oh, I just need a trim. Perhaps you just want 1/4 of an inch trimmed or 1/8 of an inch trimmed. But guess what? The word trim is not part of their vocabulary, apparently. Because by the time you pick your head back up and you look back into that salon mirror, half of your hair is gone. Not 1/4 of an inch, not 1/8 of an inch, but half of your hair is gone. Now, why is half of your hair gone when you just ask for a simple trim? Let's delve into that. Let's find out why. Well, back in October of 2009, I posted a 3-part video series titled Trimming My Ends with Shima. And I described my haircut horror story in part 2 to be exact. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is this. I am going to repeat the honest and brutal truth once again in this video. Okay? And you know how I am. I give it to you like it is. Okay? When you are a black woman, look this color, similar to this color, or darker, or medium, or fairer, but you are a brown skin, you are a black woman, or a black teenager, or a black preteen, or even a little girl who has very long, pretty hair past her shoulder blades, and you or your parents take you to your black hairstylist and ask for a simple trim, chances are your black hairstylist is not going to place the scissors here. Okay? She's going to place them around here or here or in extreme cases, way up here. All right? And if she does places them here, she will slowly but surely work her way up, 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 up until she cuts your hair. Not trim it, she cuts your hair. Now, I speak from experience, and I am just one of thousands of black women that this has happened to, okay? After my licensed hairstylist permed my hair, she then took a pair of scissors and began snipping and snipping and snipping away until my shoulder length hair became ear length hair. Until my shoulder length hair became ear length hair. Snipping and snipping and snipping. Okay? Without you noticing, because they're right behind you, and sometimes they turn the chair away from the mirror so you cannot see what they're doing. Okay, this is from real life. Okay, they turn you away from the salon mirror so you cannot see what they're doing. Okay, and by the time you turn back and look at yourself in the mirror, you do not look the same. You do not look the same. Okay, your precious hard work has been destroyed. You have to start all over again. Okay, now, like many of you, I also trusted my stylist because I had been going to her for many years, and it simply blew my mind that she would do something so cruelly premeditated like this. And well, that was the last time that a hairstylist ever touched my hair with scissors, because it was through that painful experience that I woke up to the cruelty of our own kind regarding our hair, and I took it upon myself to learn how to trim my own hair. Okay, I took it upon myself to learn how to trim my own hair. Do not forget these words, all right? And that is what you need to learn how to do as well, Shima girls. If you haven't learned it already, you need to learn how to trim your own hair. Okay? I'm going to repeat it and repeat it until it becomes second nature to you. You need to learn how to trim your own hair. You need to learn how to trim your own hair. You need to learn how to trim your own hair. The same way you learn how to do the protective styles, the same way you learn how to moisturize your hair, the same way you learn how to comb your hair from ends to roots, the same way you can learn how to trim your own hair. Now, let me point something else out. Some people will say, or are going to say, oh, just keep looking until you find the right hairstylist. No, you learn how to trim your own hair. Now, I'm very passionate about this, and that's why I'm raising my voice, because this is serious business here. Now, that is enough with the cutting too much hair when we just ask for a trim, okay? That is enough. It ends today. A Shima girl should know how to trim her own hair. And as far as I'm concerned, putting your hair in the hands of another person who is going to use this on you is just too risky. Especially when you're still just a newbie and you're still kind of skeptical that black hair can grow, okay? And, you know, a severe setback like getting most of your hair cut off will definitely do most of you in, and you will just simply give up. And you will continue to go through life thinking that black hair can grow. I learned how to trim my own hair. It grew booty length, and you can do it too. Look, Shima girls, the problem is this. Psychologically speaking, and this is not my personal opinion, this is a fact. This is what I see with my own eyes. Psychologically speaking, our black women have not been conditioned to see and believe that black hair can grow very long, past shoulder length, okay? Very long past shoulder length. And this includes our black hairstylists, unfortunately. Now, this is the reason why when you sit in their chair and they see your hair cascading way down below shoulder length levels, it is very, very difficult for a lot of them, to grasp the notion that, oh, how can this nappy-headed girl have longer hair than me? We all got bad hair. Our hair can grow that long. I'm gonna cut this ish. It's just a fraction of the nasty thoughts that run through their minds before they do the whack. It is a combination of jealousy, it's a combination of miseducation, a combination of laziness, because even if you explain to them how they too can achieve the long hair, a lot of them will still not do it because they're just too far gone. The corruption has them too far gone. And they don't want to see you with longer hair than them. So they're going to snip it. Okay? In their mind, our hair is bad hair. It is still bad hair to them. It is nappy hair that shouldn't grow that long. Okay? And so they just cut it. They just cut it. They won't trim it. They will cut it. Now, let me make this perfectly clear so there will not be no misunderstandings here. I am not saying that all of our black hairstylists are this way. Shima's not saying that all of the black hairstylists think like this, okay? Some of our black hairstylists are elated to see our hair growing so long and thick and pretty. And if you happen to have some excellent communication skills with them, they will do as you say and they will trim the 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch that you requested with flawless execution, especially if they've been in the game for several years and know what they're doing by now. Okay? All I'm saying is this. This tool is the quickest way our black women can lose their hair, most of their hair, in less than 5 seconds. Okay? Let me explain something else. If you keep going to these jealous, miseducated, non-believers of long black hair that can grow past shoulder length levels, hairstylists that have poor communication skills with you to get your hair trimmed, and you just want, for example, 1/4 trim, and she cuts 1/2 of an inch, and your hair grew 1/2 of an inch, but she keeps cutting that same 1/2 of an inch month after month that you keep going back to her, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think your results are going to be? If she just keeps, your hair grows 1/2 an inch, and then that month she cuts 1/2 an inch. You go next month, your hair grew 1/2 an inch, and again she cuts 1/2 an inch. You're telling her to cut 1/4. Keep that in mind. But no, she's cutting 1/2 an inch. She's not trimming. She's cutting 1/2 an inch. What does your common sense tell you? Your hair will remain at exactly the same length. That's what's going to happen, and thus continues the vicious, erroneous cycle that that black hair cannot grow. You will start thinking, oh, black hair can't grow. My hair doesn't grow, and I do the protective style. I moisturize every day. I get my hair trimmed once a month, just like Shima says, and my hair is not growing. I wonder why. Again, I'm going to repeat it one more time for those of you that are still not getting it, because this is a very, very detrimental tool to our hair when it's used improperly. Learn how to trim your own hair, Shima girls. Learn how to trim your own hair. Learn how to trim your own hair. Learn how to trim your own hair. Now, this is the only way we're going to make it, when we listen. Thank you for stopping by once again, Shima girls, and I'll see you all next time.